Hi everyone, and welcome to issue 5 of Bag and Board. As usual in this issue, I'll be showing you all the things that I've picked up since my last video outside of my regular weekly pull. So what I'm going to be showing you is some geek related magazines that I've got, and also I've got a stack of comics which includes some variant covers, some back issues, and some key issues as well. So without further ado, I'll kick off with the magazines that I've picked up. These are the normal magazines that I pick up on a month by month basis, starting with Total Film. This sadly doesn't have much in the way of news on the upcoming comic related movies, but that's made up by this month's Empire magazine, which has got a huge article, I think it's about 16 pages, to do with the Avengers Age of Ultron, and also a general catch-up really on the state of play with all of the Marvel movies that are in production at the moment. So that'll be good reading. I've also got the latest issue of Starburst, which is everything to do with, well, cult entertainment really, as it says on the cover. So it deals with films, comics, science fiction, books, you name it. If it's geek related, it's in there. And on the cover is, along with The Walking Dead, probably my favourite TV programme, and that's Game of Thrones. And then lastly, for magazines, I've got the latest issue of The Dark Side, which you may or may not know is Britain's foremost horror magazine. And I think it says, yep, it's been running for 25 years. I've not been reading it that long, but I do enjoy it. Right, moving on to comics, and I'll start with the variants that I've picked up. If you're a regular viewer of Bag and Board, you'll know that recently I've kind of gone off the Skottie Young covers a little bit, mainly because he's been doing a lot of them that have got plain white backgrounds, which I find a little bit boring. However, I did pick up the first issue of Star Wars, and because there's going to be 3 connecting covers, obviously I've got to get all 3. A couple of weeks ago, the first issue of Darth Vader came out with this really nice Skottie Young cover, and I think it's next week is going to be the first issue of Princess Leia. So once I've got that, that'll be the 3 collected. Now a cover which I'd originally bought the normal cover for this, and it was before I'd seen the variant cover. So when I saw the variant, I had to get that as well, and that is issue 14 of Amazing Spider-Man with this Phil Noto cover of Gwen, and I just think it's absolutely amazing. And I was saying on Facebook when this came out, I think in years to come this will be looked back on as one of the classic Spider-Man covers. I just think it's great. A few weeks ago, A Place in Space were having an online sale, and on 1 week of, I think it went on for about a month in January, and 1 week of this sale they had a whole stack of different variants for really good prices, including 1 in 100s, 1 in 75s, that kind of thing. And one of them that I had to get was this issue of Secret Avengers number 3. This is a 1 in 75 cover. I think it's... no, I'm not sure who the artist is. Anyway, like I said, it's a 1 in 75 cover, and it's got Valkyrie on the front, and it just is amazing. Okay, moving on to some back issues. Recently I've been picking up some Batman back issues. I'm trying to collect a complete run from issue 497 of volume 1 all the way through to the last issue, which was 713. So I've been chipping away at that, but I've also been getting some early-ish copies of Uncanny X-Men. So I've got issue 147. Nothing particularly significant about this one, just a nice cover. And then we've got issue 215. Now this is significant because it's the first appearance of Stonewall, Super Sabre and the Crimson Commando. Most of these back issues that I'm going to be showing you I got from an online retailer from eBay called I Am Not Wolverine. And if you want to check this seller out, if you have a look at my last video, which was for issue 4 of Bag and Board, I've got a link in the comments which will take you straight to the eBay page of this seller. Well worth checking out, particularly if you're looking to plug some gaps in any of your runs in your collection. I also picked up issue 2 of Harley Quinn, which is from the first ongoing series that Harley had. I've already got issue 1 of this, and I just picked this one up because it was at a really cheap price and it's in a really nice condition. You may recall in one of my previous issues that I mentioned that I'd picked up 4 issues of V for Vendetta. I think I paid £6 all in for the 4 issues. They were £1.50 each, and they were in really, really good condition. Well, I think it was about 3 days after that, I was looking on eBay, and as I was in the process of searching, a listing came up which had only just been put up, and it was for a complete set of V for Vendetta, and it was for a buy it now, and I think it was, from memory, £20, but I managed to knock the buyer down to £18. Just bought it there and then. So I managed to get a complete set of all 10 issues. So we've got issue 1. These are all in really nice condition as well. So what I've done with the 4 issues that I bought previously that were obviously spare, I've managed to hook up a couple of friends with those issues because they were missing from their runs. So I was happy to do that. And then we've got issue 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And finally issue 10. So I was really happy with that set. It was a good price. I mean, works out £1.80 an issue, and then I paid an extra couple of quid for postage. And they're all in really good condition. I would say, I mean, they've all got really nice white pages, and I would say that they're probably very fine plus at the very least. So very excited with that. Right, oh, a variant issue that I picked up today. Well, actually these last things that I'm going to show you, apart from one, these all came in the post today. This one's a variant cover that I picked up this week, and it is for Catwoman issue 39. And this is the Jim Balent Harley Quinn variant. Obviously you'll be aware that this month DC have been doing all Harley Quinn variants. This was the one that I liked the most, and as I get Catwoman anyway, it was a bit of a no-brainer. Also in the post today, I got issue 52 of Ghost Rider. I'm not particularly picking up Ghost Rider, but when I was looking through the latest comics that I Am Not Wolverine had listed on his eBay site, he had quite a number of Ghost Riders issued, and I picked up one of them, which I'll show you next. But I just really like this cover, and I think I only paid £2 for it, so it was a bit of a bargain. Looking forward to reading it though. But what I did pick up was issue 75 of Ghost Rider, and that's because this is the first appearance of Steel Wind. Not a character I can claim to be over familiar with. In fact, I'd never heard of the character before, but look forward to reading it and finding out a bit more. Now, lastly, in the little pile that I've picked up in the post today, and the one I'm most excited about is the Incredible Hulk issue number 340, Hulk versus Wolverine. I don't think this is what you would describe as a key issue, but it is an absolutely iconic cover, and it's been parodied quite a few times. I've actually got an issue, I can't remember what the comic is, but it was one of the Marvel Lego variants that they produced a little while ago that parodies this cover. I would say this is probably in about a very fine condition. All of the comics that I get from I Am Not Wolverine are in really good condition. I'm always happy with them. But beautiful copy. If I wanted to get a slightly better grade, it would have cost me about £10 more. But this is more towards the higher grade than mid grade, I would say. So I'm happy to get that. If another copy comes along later for a better grade at a good price, then I'll pick that up. I just can't stop looking at it. Right, the last thing I've got to show you is kind of a key issue. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll have seen this already. It's issue 17 of Miss Marvel. It's actually the second cameo appearance of Mystique. The first cameo appears in the issue before this, and then in this issue, Mystique appears in the guise of Nick Fury, and then in the next issue, which is issue 18, Mystique actually reveals herself, and it's what's regarded as the first full appearance. Again, really, really nice condition. So, happy to have that in my collection. Right, that's it for this issue of Bag and Board. It will actually be the last issue that I do before I go to London Super Comic Con, which is in 2 weeks, sorry. 2 weeks time. I'll be going on the Saturday, which is the 14th of March. So the reason that there won't be any more issues of Bag and Board before then is basically I'm not going to be picking anything up apart from my regular pull, because I'm saving all my money. Because there's a lot of things that I've got my eye on and that I'm hoping to pick up when I'm there. But as soon as I've been to LSCC, I'll be doing hopefully some very quick videos after that. I'll be wanting to show off what I've bought while I was there, and also I'm taking my camera, so I'm hoping to shoot some video while I'm there as well. So it'll be a couple of weeks away, but I'll be back. So until then, thanks for taking the time and trouble to watch this video. I do appreciate it. And please feel free to like, comment or subscribe if you don't already subscribe. So until next time, in a couple of weeks' time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.